Hello guys, it has been almost a month since the Run Rabbit Run 100. So I just want to record some reflection before I forgot it. So I think I'm going to cover a little bit about the course, the race day, the race itself, and also talk about what I think I did right before and during the race, and what I did wrong during the race, and I can make some changes if I do it next time. So let's get started. The first is the course. The race starts at 8 a.m. So from the start to Mount Rainier, basically if you're not in the front, I think start, I don't know how many people, maybe 200 or 300. So if you are not in the front, there is a very long uphill line. Like it's really hard to pass people if you want. So basically the speed was low. I think by the time I get to Mount Rainier at station, I think it's around 10. So almost take 2 hours to get there. Before I did the race, so my expectation is first try to complete it, and second, so my target pace was aligned with the 30-hour pace. So I'm trying to just cut off the 30-hour pace paper to bring it with me, and try to treat that as target. So by the time I get to Mount Rainier, so it's like 40 minutes delay from the 30-hour pace. I think I start slowly catching up time after Mount Rainier at station. So Long Lake, Fish Creek Falls, and Long Lake. By the time I left Summit Lake, it's about 4:50 p.m. That is right at the 30-hour pace, Summit Lake. So I think before Summit Lake, from Long Lake to Summit Lake, it's a kind of flight and maybe a little bit uphill. So I was walking, I was feeling really good, and I just think, oh, it's still, we are on 30-hour pace and we don't have to rush. So based on the pace guide from Run Rabbit Run, the website, from Summit Lake to Olympian Hall, I think the average pace you are going to do is like 5.5 to 6 miles per hour. I think that is the difficult part. From Summit Lake to Billy's Rabbit Hall is about 4.4 miles, and from Billy's Rabbit Hall to Dry Lake is another 10 miles. So I think for me, I get maybe the first wind from Billy's Rabbit Hall to Dry Lake. I was hungry and I can hear my stomach growing that, and I really afraid I can, like, my food wasn't taking enough, and basically it's really tired. So I was, that 10 mile I think took me about maybe 2 to 3 hours to Dry Lake. So when I get to Dry Lake, I get to eat a lot of food, try to feed myself and drink. I got my first runner's high from Dry Lake to Olympian Hall. So that 6.5 mile, basically I didn't stop. So I just keep running from Dry Lake to Olympian Hall. I think that's my first runner's high. I think by the time I get to Olympian Hall, it's way past the 30-hour pace. Go uphill to Land of Pin, get to the ad station, and get out the ad station to do a circle, go back to Land of Pin, and go back to Olympian Hall. By the time I left Olympian Hall, I think it's about 5 a.m. So this part is like, for me, I just feel like kind of dizzy. So because I was sleepy and I was tired and it was dark, and also I'm not quite sure what I ate wrong, so I begin to have diarrhea by the time I go back to Olympic Hall at station. So I had to go to the bathroom and had really bad diarrhea there. And also the second time I go back to Olympic Hall, I got lost. I was running in Steamboat Swing in the city, I think. There is extra maybe 2 or 3 miles over there. And after Olympic Hall, so we left there with other groups. I was the first. I tried to follow the signs, but I think the first time into the first turn into the wood, so we go straight. Then after a while, I said, so there's no marking there. So it turns out we missed the mark, and we basically did an extra mile. So there is an extra mile there. So by the time we get to Dry Lake, the sun has came out. From Dry Lake to Billy's Rabbit Hole is the hardest part of this race to me. It's like it's rocky, a lot of climbing on rocks. So I think that 6 miles took all of my energy. By the time I got at station, I was really tired. From Billy's Rabbit Hole to Summit Lake, so that's kind of, compared to the last part, it's kind of an easy part. So I was able to walk to it's maybe a little bit uphill, so I was able to run and walk to Summit Lake. So by the time I got to Summit Lake, it's the time I talked to the volunteers, said so I wanted to drop out. So because by the time I was dizzy, I feel like if I close my eyes for maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, I was going to pass out. They gave me a chair to let me think about that, and told me if you want to drop out, we have cars going down, they can take me to the start. I sit there, think about that, then decided to continue. So I changed my shoes there and continue. So I think after the Summit Lake, it seems a switch came on. I decided I wanted to continue. I was able to run a little bit. My speed kind of up a little bit. By the time I left Summit Lake, it's about 12:50 p.m. So basically it's right at the 36-hour pace. So from Summit Lake to Long Lake, so I was running a little bit and also fast walking. Then from Long Lake to Mount Rainier, I remember there was a lot of climbing at the end of the session. And I don't think it's 6 miles, maybe a little bit more 10 to 7 miles. And from Mount Rainier to finish another 6 miles, that was my second runner's high. So because it's all downhill, so basically I was running at, I think, about 5 miles pace. So I was able to complete the race in 34 hours and 57 minutes. That's about the course. So what I did right, I think first training is a really big topic. I trained basically from February to until the race. The most intense training is between June, July and August. So I was doing trail runnings and also doing road runnings and also treadmill climbing. So I was also doing street trainings. I think my training had a good mix. And also in July I did a 6-hour ultra time race, and the next week I did a 50 mile. So basically that was like the longest training I did, or training race I did before the 100 mile. So what I did right, I think sleep. Before the race, I think 1 month to the race, I was started to sleep at least 8 hours per day. From middle of August, I was trying to get 8 hours sleep every day. So what I did right, I think shoes, socks selection before Summit Lake. So I think before Summit Lake, even 8 hours, I don't have major like blisters on my feet. My feet feels okay before Summit Lake. Then the shoes, it's a little bit wet. Also the socks too, but it is manageable. You are doing a 100-mile race, the shoes supposed to be wet at 80 miles point. So what I would change next time, the first, by the time I get to Summit Lake, second time, I changed my shoes and socks. The shoes I was wearing, basically it's the old shoes I used, but the socks I changed there is not my normally training socks. So I get really bad blisters after I wear that socks about maybe 10 miles or after 5 miles. I had to sit on the trail and use a blister kit to process my blisters. And also by then your feet is just not that clean, so a lot of dirt, a lot of sand on my feet. For next time, I think I may just do 2 pairs of socks, so I may not change my shoes. So I may just change a pair of dry socks, and that socks should be tested during my training or other races. A second is to bring my own food to aid stations. The aid station, they have hot food, they have noodles, they have soft drink. So basically they have the food like other ultra running races. For me, I just feel like I eat too much everything. So like when I get to the aid station, I was eating chips, I was eating watermelon, I was eating noodles, but not something really comfort my stomach. And also I bring the tablet. I will put something here so you know what I'm talking about. So I bring my tablet and I put my tablet into my backpack. So that tablet, they generate gas by themselves. So I think that was one of the reasons I have diarrhea during the race. So normally people don't take them during the race. I think they use them for recovery. So I think next time maybe I may make some congees beforehand and put into different containers and send to aid station. Southern year egg congee. So picture here, it's really delicious. You put it in drop bag a day before. By the time you get there, it should maybe stay warm, but I think it should be really comfortable. I think for training, something I want to change, maybe add more strength training, and also do more like uphill climbing, and also I think increase the distance. Just do more training in general. But I think strength training and uphill training is really important for for ultra races. I think one thing worth to discuss is I don't eat gels during the race. So during the 50-mile race or even the 100-mile race, I never, I would say never. I may have ate gel maybe for once, and that's several years ago. But I don't use gels, and also I don't drink like energy drink during that course. So I don't know if this is right or wrong. Yeah, it's just personal, I think, preference. Maybe I can try to eat some gels in next race. The gel that without caffeine maybe can improve my performance. I think that's it. If you guys has any opinion on gels and like energy drink may help in the ultra running race or any other question, so leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.